On the call at the Saints Athletic Complex for a D2 women's lacrosse matchup between University of Alabama in Huntsville and your Flagler College Saints. It is senior day here for the Saints. We'd like to take the time to honor two of the seniors on the roster, Maggie Sorensen and Jordan Shagru. Sorensen, throughout her career with the Saints, has been nothing but the best, and Jordan Shagru, before transferring here, was a four-time all-conference player. And now it's time for the lineups. First, for the Chargers of Alabama Huntsville. Starting at attack, number 1, Katie Williams. Number 2, Katie Gerber, a senior midfielder, a senior defenseman. Number 10, Sarah Pagotto, a junior defenseman. Number 11, Jay Bonertz, a graduate senior defenseman. Number 13, Darby Smith. Number 15, Riley Kirby, a midfielder, a junior from Milton, Florida. Number 16, Cara Brown, a graduate senior attacks. Number 19, Haley Gallant, a senior attack. Number 21, Cameron Cruz. Number 22, Brianna Hamblin. Number 30, McKaylee All. And number 35, Shayna Dozer, starting in net for the Chargers. Welcome to Saints Field for today's Division II Women's Lacrosse action. The 9-6 Flagler College Saints host the 7-6 University of Alabama in Huntsville Chargers. It is senior day here at Flagler Athletic Complex. I am Jordan Fauci along with Michael Koza on the camera. Here are the lineups for each team. Number 1, Katie Williams. Number 2, Katie Gerber. Number 10, Sarah Pagato. Number 11, Jay Bonertz. Number 13, Darby Smith. Number 15, Riley Kirby. Number 16, Kara Brown. Number 19, Haley Gallant. Number 21, Cameron Cruz. Number 22, Brianna Hamblin. Number 30, McKaylee All. And number 35, Shayna Dozer in net for the Chargers. And for the Saints, usual lineup: number 1, Caitlin Trainer. Number 9, Caitlin Figueres. Number 12, Katie Stubitz. Number 13, one of the seniors honored today, Maggie Sorensen. Number 16, Jordan Green. Number 18, Amanda Fernandez. Number 19, Carly Lafiere. Number 21, Ava Stein. Number 25, Kate Piscopo. Number 31, Margaret Detloff. And number 34, Madison Diesel. In net is going to be Lauren Riberdinera for the Saints. Big game as we await draw control. In the circle, it's going to be Caitlin Trainer and Kara Brown. Draw control will be taken by the Chargers. Katie Gerber advancing it upfield. Katie Williams bringing it up to the crease for the Chargers. Saints come out in a man look on defense. Pass inside to Kara Brown. Shot is saved by Ribendinera. Good start defensively for the Saints as that pass goes to Maggie Sorensen. Pressure applied, however Maggie brings it up. Chargers with possession, get into the offensive zone. Williams works outside of the crease. Drives inside, passes behind the net. Wraparound, shot attempt, and a goal scored by Katie Gerber. As the Chargers take a 1-0 lead here early in the first quarter. It'll be Jordan Green and Kara Brown fighting for draw control. Draw control secured by the Saints. Saints reverse the ball back into the defensive end. Fernandez bringing it up the far side wing, gets it into the offensive zone for the Saints. Their first possession as she brings it back to midfield, allowing the Saints to regroup. Fernandez up the wing. Be a foul as she... Caitlin Bush with control, passes to the far side of the crease. Jordan Green drives in, passes it off. Onega working the crease over to Daziel. Bit of contact there. She passes it back out to Dylan. Dillon with control. Over to Onega, over to Daziel. Shot is going to miss just wide. Saints get control with 16 seconds left on the clock. 10 seconds for Piscopo. Up top to Onega. Pass over to Daziel. Pass inside. And the shot clock will expire. Be a stop on the clock. Saints were looking for a defensive 3 seconds call. Will be Chargers ball. Springer passes that one up to Brown. Chargers have possession in the offensive zone. We have a whistle and a stoppage on the clock. Having some shot clock problems here at Saints Field. It's going to be a penalty on the Saints. Chargers will have a man-up advantage for the next 48 seconds as Brown passes that one in. Shot will be saved by Ribadenera, her second save of the day. Pass out to Sorensen. Sorensen back to Lifieri. Saints working it around the defensive zone. Far side wing. Detloff works it back. Fernandez working it up. Back to Sorensen. Saints are having trouble bringing the ball into the offensive zone. Be a timeout for the Saints. Saints did a good job of killing the penalty there. We'll be back in just a second after the timeout concludes. It will be possession for the Saints after the conclusion of the timeout. Caitlin Traynor with possession in the Saints defensive end. Trainer splits the double team, gets it into the offensive zone for the Saints. Looking to make something happen and tie this game up. Chargers lead 1-0 with 10:40 left on the clock in the first quarter. Pass out to LaFieri. Over to Trainer at the top of the crease. Over to Diesel. Inside to LaFieri. Shot will miss high. Possession will remain with the Saints. Stubitz with possession behind the net. Pass out to Piscopo. Piscopo drives and has the ball stripped. A little bit of a scrum as the Saints get possession, but the shot clock expires. Possession back to the Chargers with a fresh shot clock as they work it up. Dangerous pass. Bit of a scrum, and possession will remain with the Chargers as Gerber drives down the near side wing. Gerber working with it behind the net, drives back into the crease, pass inside, shot, and a goal. Sarah Faley on the pass from Gerber. 2-0 lead with 9:34 left in the first quarter for the Chargers. It will be Trainer and Brown in the circle for draw control. Draw control will go to the Saints. Fernandez on the far side wing, taking it up. A little bit of a spin move as she passes it back as the Saints work it to the near side. Over to LaFieri. Down to Piscopo. Piscopo working it into the crease, pass it behind the net. Saints lose control, and it'll be a turnover as the Chargers gain possession. Derby Smith bringing it up as there's a whistle. Sprado drives in, pass behind the net. Up top to Brown. Brown can't corral the pass. Takes it back outside of the crease. Chargers pass it behind, try to find a cutter, but good defense from the Saints forces the turnover. Evestein brings it up, passes it up for the Saints. Pass into Jordan Green just behind. That'll be another turnover for the Saints. Saints had quite the opportunity there. However, the pass from Trainer to Green was just behind as the Chargers now work it back on the offensive. Sloppy passing from both sides as that will be another turnover, and the Saints will bring it back up in this fast-paced action. Another sloppy pass. Saints remain with control as Jordan Green picks that one up. Over to Onega in the midfield. Into Dillon. Dillon brings it back out. Pass into Jordan Green. Green makes a move. Passes it back out as the Saints work it around. Into Daziel. Trying to find Bush. Fakes the pass and a shot and a goal. Beautiful move there from Madison Daziel, the midfielder sophomore from Derry, New Hampshire. As the Saints get back within one with 7:19 left in the first quarter. Much better offensive possession there from the Saints. It will be Green and Brown in the circle for draw control. Draw possession will go to the Chargers. Katie Williams with the ball, works her way back into the crease, comes across the face of the net, passes behind the net, pass to the far side of the crease is corralled by the Chargers as they work it back up to the top of the crease. Be Brown. Brown driving as the Chargers work it to the far side, working behind the net now. There will be a whistle, and possession will remain with the Chargers. 45 seconds left on the shot clock, 6:16 left in the first quarter. Pass into Gerber. Ball's moved, and a shot and a goal. The second goal of the game for Sarah Farley. Chargers take a 3-1 lead, as that is the second goal with the assist from Katie Gerber to Sarah Farley. That'll be the second assist for Gerber and the second goal for Farley. 6:04 left in the first quarter. Saints down 2 on senior day. It'll be Trainer and Brown. Control will be won by the Chargers and Katie Gerber. Gerber's surrounded by Saints, works it back to one of her defensemen. Sloppy passing from the Chargers and a bit of a scrum. Possession will be awarded after the whistle to the Chargers. Some sloppy passing and sloppy ball handling from both sides. There's a scrum in the center. Saints will come out with control. And that will be most certainly a card, I'd have to imagine. No card will be awarded, but possession will remain with the Saints as LaFieri works it up to the crease into Trainer. Trainer had a golden opportunity there as she regains possession deep inside of the offensive zone for the Saints. Over to Trainer on the far side crease. Up top to LaFieri. Over to Stubitz. As the Saints work it around. Back to Trainer at the top. Over to Stubitz. Stubitz makes a move but is repelled by the Chargers defense. Over to Daziel. Back to Stubitz at the top of the crease with 30 seconds left on the shot clock. Works it into Trainer. Trainer cannot corral the pass. Another turnover for the Saints. Possession with the Chargers as Darby Smith works it all the way up into the offensive zone. That will go to Farley. Farley drives in, shoots, and scores for a third goal of the game. Farley, the senior transfer from Costa Mesa, California, has been absolutely unstoppable thus far in the first period. That is her third goal of the game. It will be Green and Brown working for draw control in the circle. Saints trail by 3 with 3:35 left in the first. Draw control goes to Gerber and the rest of the Chargers as Gerber drives in to the offensive zone. Chargers have been absolutely dominating the Saints with possession time as they work it over to Farley on the near side wing. Behind the net to Williams. Williams drives around the pass it behind the net. Shot will miss high from number 19 Haley Gallant. Possession will be awarded to the Saints. Saints get it up to number 31, Margaret Detloff. Over to Bush in the midfield. Caitlin Bush works it up. Beautiful move and gets it into the offensive zone for the Saints. Bush works it over to Daziel, back to Bush. The redshirt junior captain for the Saints works it all the way around to Stubitz. Up top to Onega. Over to Dillon. Saints working around the top of the crease. Over to Stubitz. Stubitz drives, is repelled, over to Daziel, into Green. Green cannot corral the pass, picks it up, shoots and scores! Saints back within 2 on the goal from the captain, Jordan Green. 1:46 left in the first quarter. Green working her way back to the circle after scoring that latest goal for the Saints. It'll be Green and Brown. .146 left in the first. Chargers up 2. Green wins draw control as she works it into the offensive zone. Double team, pass it back to Caitlin Bush. Bush works to split the double team and does. Just powered her way through 2 Chargers defenders. Took them to the weight room right there. Onega pass into Bush. Bush works it around. Saints head coach Grant Kellum screaming for a 3 seconds call as Jordan Green gets it, shoots, and a beautiful save. Saints remain with possession as Piscopo passes it on the ground over to Dillon. That's going to be a whistle, and possession will remain with the Saints as we get a stoppage on the clock with 49 seconds remaining in the first. 45 seconds on the shot clock as well. Saints working behind the net to Stubitz. Back to Saints remain. Daziel, and we're going to get a 3 seconds call finally after it seems like head coach Grant Kellum been screaming for it. It's going to be a 8-meter try for the Saints and Madison Daziel. Daziel drives in, shoots, and a save. Saints get possession as Caitlin Bush picks that one up with 25 seconds left on the clock. A shooting space violation, it appears, and it'll be another try for Daziel, the sophomore from Derry, New Hampshire. Saints down by 2. She shoots and scores her second goal of the game, bringing the Saints back within 1 with 17 seconds left in the first. It'll be Trainer and Brown in the draw control circle as the Saints have turned this one around. We're down 3 but have scored 2 unanswered and are now trailing by only 1 goal. Control will go to the Saints, or to the Chargers with 6 seconds left. 2 seconds and time will expire. Saints down by 1. However, a late rally brings them to within 1 as they were trailing by 3. We'll be back in just a second. This is Jordan Fauci on the call here for Saints Women's Lacrosse action. And we are back now for the second quarter of action. Saints down by 1 at home. Beautiful day here in St. Augustine. Around 80 degrees and sunny. A bit of wind coming in from the north. It's keeping everything cool down here. It will be Jordan Green and Kara Brown working for draw control. Saints win draw control there as possession goes to Trainer. She is pushed out of bounds. Possession will remain with the Saints. Trainer double team there, pass it back. Saints working around their defenseman. Working up the near side wing now. Pass all the way up to Caitlin Bush. Will go out of bounds as possession will go to the Chargers. Chargers work it down to the far side now on the defensive end.
Oh yeah, Caitlin! Oh yeah, Caitlin!
Cruz working it up the far side wing into the offensive zone for the Chargers. Williams brings it into the crease behind the net now. Pass to Gerber on the near side wing. Makes a move back to Williams. Williams right in front of the net. Pass it back out to Farley. Farley works to Brown. Back to Farley. Over to Springer. Back behind the net to Williams. Williams works it around the net. The pass will go far out of bounds. Possession awarded to the Saints. Saints get a gift there. That gift there is that possession should have been awarded to the Chargers. However, the hometown Saints will take that as Sorensen passes it back to Ribadenera in the net. Ava Stein works it up into the offensive zone. Stein works it over to Daziel. Behind the net to Onega. Up to Lafieri. Up top to Bush. Bush directing traffic up at the top of the crease. Over to Daziel. Daziel cutting, driving in. Will have a free try awarded. Had an open lane to the net. Whistle was lucky there for the Chargers as Daziel's looking for a third goal of the game. Shoots and scores. Tie ball game here in St. Augustine as Madison Daziel has 3 goals now for the Saints. As this game is now tied at 4 apiece with 12:20 left in the second quarter. A bit of a direction there from our fantastic producer down below, Cooper Hayes. It will be Green and Brown in the circle for draw control here. As now we have a brand new ball game with 12:20 left on the clock. Possession will be won by Brown as she gets the solo draw control win for the Chargers. Over to Gerber. Gerber works it up into the offensive zone. Defense applied for the Saints. Possession will remain as that gets over to Farley at the top of the crease. Farley with 3 goals already today. It over to Springer. Springer makes a move, drives in, pass it back to Brown. Brown stutter step, drives, shoots, and scores. As the Chargers strike back, it will now be a 5-4 ball game, as that was a quick answer from University of Alabama in Huntsville with 11:48 left on the clock. It will be Green and Brown in the circle. Possession won by the Chargers. As they work it down to Williams, who brings it into the offensive zone. Working it up to the crease. In front of the net, shoots, and a beautiful save from Ribadenera. She surveys her options here and works it out to Saints defenseman. Sorensen in the midfield. And that will be a whistle as Maggie Sorensen took a stick to the back of the head. She appears to be okay as the Saints have possession. Work it up into the offensive zone. A whistle after a Chargers player goes to the ground. Whistle will be called on her as well. Saints possession. It will remain Saints possession as Green works it down to Daisy, who has 3 goals already for the Saints behind the net. Works it up to Caitlin Bush. Pass goes high. And it will be an offsides as Maggie Sorensen stepped on the line. Possession will go to the Chargers. Try to work it up in a bit of a transition opportunity. Good defense there from the Saints as they force a turnover scrum in the middle of the field, and possession will remain with the Chargers. Into Williams in the offensive zone. Top to Gerber. Gerber drives. Sops passes it back out to Williams. Williams surveying her options behind the net. Out to Springer on the wing. Springer with the spin move. Repelled by the Saints. Some quick passing to Farley. Shot and a goal. That is her 4th goal of the game, as now will be a 6-4 ball game with 9:38 left on the clock. This is a much more high-scoring affair than last week's matchup against Lander, where the Saints won a very closely contested game by only 2 goals, but less than 20 goals scored combined from each side. It will be Green and Brown in the circle for draw control. This will be a huge game for the Saints. With a win, they have a serious shot at hosting the first round of the Peach Belt Conference tournament. Should be a huge advantage for the Saints, as they have been fantastic at home thus far this year. Possession will be won by the Saints and Lafieri. Saints work it back into the defensive zone, over to Sorensen. Sorensen with a little bit of a stutter step, bringing it up into the midfield. Pass up to Trainer. Pass into Bush in the offensive zone. Bush drives it in to the crease, brings it back around. Saints with possession behind the net, up to Trainer on the wing. Pass up to Lafieri at the top of the crease. Surveying her options, getting the Saints ready for an offense attack here. Over to Daziel. Pass to Green behind the net. Up to DeSimone. Over to Lafayette. Here makes a move, shoots. Beautiful save yet again from Shayna Dozer. Solid opportunity there for the Saints. Can't be mad with the shot on goal. As the Chargers now working up the far side wing in the midfield, or far side in the midfield. Into the offensive zone will be Gerber with possession. Gerber over to Williams. Working it behind the net over to Springer on the near side wing. Springer gets the screen into Brown. Brown can't corral the pass as there'll be a scrum and possession will go to the Chargers. It'll be Springer with a half spin as she tries to drive into the crease. Pass into Gerber. Gerber surrounded by Saints defenders as Brown falls to the ground trying to corral the pass. Saints with possession with a fast break opportunity. They have numbers as that pass goes into Jordan Green. Over to Piscopo. There'll be a stop on the clock as looks like Kate Piscopo will have an 8-meter try. 7:20 left on the clock. Saints down by 2. Piscopo shoots and scores. Saints only down by 1 now. As the score will now be 6-5 Chargers with 7:16 left on the clock. Saints turning defense into offense there, capped off by the Kate Piscopo goal. It will be Green and a new woman working for draw control for the Chargers. That'll be number 23, Kate Winstanley, the senior defenseman from Lansdale, Pennsylvania, a product of Norwich. Possession will go to the Chargers after that draw control win. Chargers working across along the back line of the defense. Working it up the far side wing. Double team from the Saints. Draws a whistle, but possession will remain with the Chargers as Gerber brings this one up into the zone at the top of the crease, makes a move, drives in, shoots, and ball will miss wide. Possession will remain with the Chargers with 52 seconds left on the shot clock. Pass to Gerber behind the net. Gerber works it around into Brown. Brown makes a move, shoots, and scores. High-paced offensive game here so far in St. Augustine, as now will be 7-5 Chargers with 6:26 left on the clock. That goal was scored by Kara Brown, the graduate transfer attack woman from Germantown, Tennessee. She is a transfer from Indianapolis. It'll be Winstanley and Green working for control. Possession 2-1 by the Chargers and Gerber. Gerber works it into Williams. Williams defended by Sorensen. Works it behind the net, surveying her options. Williams makes a move, pass it in to Stanley. Stanley shoots and misses high as she goes to the ground. Get a whistle, awaiting the call here. It appears that Farley will have a try. Shoots, hits the bar, and goes and does not end up in the net. Tough break there for the Chargers as they lead by 2. Saints working it up. Get it to Jordan Green. Pass just as behind Kate Piscopo. And possession will go to the Chargers. Chargers working along the back line of the defense. Sarah Pagano working it. Double team by 2 Saints. Nice spin move, and she works it up into the offensive zone. Saints out of position on defense as Williams now has behind the net. Pass into Springer. Springer shoots, and a beautiful save from Ribadenera. 5 minutes left. Saints down by 2. Huge save there from the freshman goalkeeper from Phoenix, Arizona. Long pass from Figuerenas. Corralled by the Saints. Up to Onega. Onega gets it over to DeSimone, who can't hold on to the pass. Picks it up, and another turnover for the Saints in the offensive zone. As now the Chargers working along their back on defense. Jordan Green gets a turnover on the defensewoman. Pass it into Caitlin Bush, who can't corral the pass, but goes over to DeSimone. Saints slow it down as Kenzie Dillon has control. We will have a timeout. A stoppage there as now play resumes as Madison Daziel, who has 3 goals already today, has possession, brings it up to the top of the crease, works it over to Onega. Onega over to Piscopo. Down low to Green, back up to Piscop. Over to Onega. The pass cannot be corralled by number 22, Kenzie Dillon. Kate Gerber bringing it up as she passes it in to Williams. Williams wide open in front of the net, shoots and scores. Saints down by 3 now with 3:19. Turnovers have plagued the Saints so far today, as now they trail by 3 on that goal from Williams. It will be Green and Winstanley in the circle. 3:19 left on the clock in the second. Pass over to Onega as the Saints win possession. Dillon working it up. First appearance of the day for Macy Schmidt for the Saints as she has possession behind the net. Works it all the way around to Onega. Onega up top to Green. Green over to Dillon. Onega over to Dillon. Up top to Onega. Onega drives in past it. Daziel, who's surrounded. Bit of back and forth action as that one goes behind the net. Saints still remain with possession as that gets up to Caitlin Bush. 28 seconds left on the shot clock for the Saints as Daziel has it at the top of the crease over behind the net for the Saints. Pass in to Dylan, broken up. Saints trying to regain possession here with 9 seconds left on the clock. Saints running out of time here. Caitlin Bush looking to corral with 4 seconds left on the clock. Saints need to make something happen. Bush makes a move, shoots, and nails a Chargers defender. Will be a shot clock violation as the Saints couldn't get a shot on net. 1:43 left in the second quarter. Saints still trail by 3. Caitlin Bush will pick up the foul there. Charge will be a man up for the next 2 minutes. Brown with possession. Up to Farley. 1:46 left on the penalty, 74 seconds left on the shot clock as Gerber has possession for the Chargers over to Williams. Saints playing with a man down right now. Over to Springer. Behind the net to Williams. Williams up top to Farley. Farley in, shot. And a save. Huge save there for the Saints. Long pass up to Lafayette. 55 seconds left on the clock. Fury working it up. Loses control, but picks it back up as there will be a whistle, and possession will now be awarded to the Chargers with 46 seconds left on the clock. 29 seconds left on the clock with Chargers possession up 3. Farley with possession. 17 seconds left on the clock. Saints get possession back with 10 seconds left. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Pass misses Trainer, and that will take us into the half. Saints down by 3. This is Jordan Fauci calling Saints Lacrosse here in beautiful St. Augustine, Florida. We will be back in about 10 minutes with the second half of action. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for some more Flagler College lacrosse. Saints currently down by 3 against the University of Alabama in Huntsville Chargers. Sloppy first half from the Saints. However, it's been a game of runs, high scoring thus far. Score will be 8-5. Saints trailing by 3 as we get second half kicked off here. It'll be Jordan Green in the circle for the Saints, along with Kate Winstanley, the senior defensewoman for the Chargers from Lansville, Pennsylvania. Couple quick notes. Sarah Farley is lighting up the scoreboard, has 4 goals today for the Chargers. 3 from Madison Daziel for the Saints. Control will be won by the Chargers. Chargers working along the back line of the defense. Saints disadvantage. The Chargers' advantage on a penalty late in the second quarter is over. Springer with a beautiful spin move, shoots, and an even better save from Lauren Ribadenera. It's a beautiful spin move there from Springer for the Chargers, but even better save for the Saints as Williams works it around the net, shoots and misses wide. Possession will remain with the Chargers as Gerber works with the behind the net. 3 assists for Gerber today, almost had 4 there, but that pass cannot be corralled as Caitlin Traynor picks it up for the Saints and works it down the line, and she is fouled by Kara Brown. Brown will get the card. There'll be a 2-minute penalty on Kara Brown. Saints will have the advantage. Trainer works it back to Sorensen, who struggling to corral that one. Finally does. Gets it over to Ribadenera. Up to Lafayette. Works it up. Saints with possession on the far side, working it behind the net to up top to Traynor. Over to Daziel. Behind the net for Jordan Green to Lafayette. Up top to Daziel. Back to Lafayette. Saints lose possession, and the Chargers Saints will get possession after a 3-second call. Clock will be stopped. Still a minute left on the penalty. 84 seconds left on the shot clock with 12:57 left in the third quarter.
Hey, tell her no. Tell her no. Jordan Green inside. Jordan Green.
It will be a free try, an 8-meter try for Macy Schmidt, the freshman from Easton, Maryland, a transfer from Rollins. Our referees today converging. See if they're making the right call here. Looks like they... .52 seconds left on the shot clock. There was a bit of a shot clock malfunction. It will be Schmidt with the 8-meter try for the Saints. Saints still trail by 3. Appears we're ready to get back to action here. Schmidt brings it back out. Pass it to Bush at the top. Over to Lafayette. Over to Caitlin Trainer. Trainer fakes the pass. Back to Schmidt. Into Daziel. Daziel up to Trainer. Trainer drives. Pass to Lafayette.
3 seconds.
Saints pleading for a 3 seconds call. And possession will be awarded to the Chargers. Head coach Grant Kellum is livid on the bench as the Chargers now have it in the offensive zone. Over to Gerber. Gerber into Williams. Tried the one-time shot, but possession be a stop on the clock. Are they calling a penalty here? No, it looks like possession will just remain. No, it'll be an 8-meter try for Katie Williams, the junior from Oviedo, Florida, a graduate of Haggerty High School. Williams drives, shoots, and that is saved by Ribadenera. Another save for the Saints netminder. Clock will be stopped. Possession will remain with the Chargers as they have behind the net. Looking for Farley on the into Springer. Springer pass to Williams, shot and score. Saints now down by 4 with 11:40 left in the third quarter. Green working for draw control along with Kate Winstanley. Possession's won by Onega for the Saints as she brings it up and loses possession as Katie Gerber picks that one up and is driving in deep into Saints territory. Pass to Williams, cannot be corralled. Bit of a scrum as she shovels that one back to the midfield. Saints pick up the ball and now have possession. It'll be Schmidt with a little spin move, bringing it back to center, over to Dillon. Dillon over to Onega. Over to Caitlin Bush. Now to Green. Saints with working around the top of the crease. Over to Schmidt. Into Daziel, who drives, shoots, and scores for her 4th goal of the game. Have yourself a day, Madison Daziel. Saints bring it to within 3 now with 10:47 left in the third quarter. Saints with a solid offensive possession there. Head coach Grant Kellum sure to like that. It will be Jordan Green and Winstanley in the circle for draw control. Possession won by Jordan Green. However, we're going to get stop on the clock as Onega's goggles appeared to come off. Play will resume. Jordan Green with possession for the Saints. Dillon with possession in the midfield. Beautiful steal from Kate Williams on the defensive end as Brown is bringing it up. Defended by Maggie Sorensen on the break. Makes a move inside, drives, shoots, and scores. Saints now trail by 4 as the Chargers pick up another goal to make it 10-6. It all started on a beautiful defensive play from Kate Williams. It will be Green and Winstanley in the circle. Possession will be won by Jordan Green as she wins the draw control for the Saints. Speeding up into the offensive zone. Pass it back to Schmidt. Schmidt works to Lafayette, who cannot corral the pass but picks it up on a bounce. Brings it back out to the top into Piscopo. Up top to Caitlin Bush. Working over to Trainer, now to Schmidt on the far side wing. Up top to Trainer, over to Lafayette. Into Schmidt. Schmidt drives and is barreled over as she loses possession of the ball. Chargers with possession on the break. Turnovers have plagued the Saints in the offensive zone as Williams makes a move, loses possession, but we're going to get a whistle and possession awarded to the Chargers. Williams with possession on the far side wing. To Gerber behind the net. Gerber drives, shoots, and saved by Ribadenera. Another fantastic save from the Saints netminder. Up to Trainer. Trainer to Lafayette. Beautiful display of passing from the Saints there as Carly brings it up. Makes a move and is leveled. Looks like there will be a card. Carly remains down. Hope that she is okay. The card will be called a 2-minute penalty on Cameron Cruz. Saints will have the advantage with 8:39 left on the clock, trailing by 4 in the third quarter. Carly being assisted by one of our fantastic athletic trainers here at Saints Field. She will come off. Trainer with possession as play resumes now. Behind the net to Schmidt. 3 seconds finally called as Grant Kellum gets a bit of relief here as he's been screaming for that call the entire game. Caitlin Bush will have an 8-meter try. No, it looks like it will go to Daziel on the far side of the 8-meter crease. Daziel drives, shoots, and scores.
That was simultaneous.
It was a false start, it appears, on one of the Chargers defenders, wiping off a goal on the board for Madison Daziel. Would have been her 5th. Okay, Daziel drives, shoots, and scores. Same result as Madison Daziel continues to light up the scoreboard. Saints are now down by just 3 with 8:23 left on the clock. It will be Green and Winstanley in the circle. And we look to get things started up again here in the third quarter. Possession will be won by the Chargers as there'll be a whistle. Possession will remain with the Chargers. Gerber has possession at the top of the crease. Makes a move to the far side wing to Williams behind the net. Chargers have generated a lot of offense from behind the net thus far today as Williams takes it along the back. Williams drives, gets it up to the top to Farley at the top. Over to Springer. Inside, working behind the net. Pass into Farley, shot, and a goal. Assist from Riley Casserly, the sophomore from Perry Hill, Maryland. Over to Farley for Farley's, I'd like to say, fourth goal of the game. Saints still down by 4 now after that goal with 7:35 left in the third. Possession won by Winstanley, and she gets barreled over. There's going to be a card called. Yeah, that's going to go on Dylan. I imagine that'll be a 2-minute penalty. Yeah. 2-minute advantage for the Chargers. Shot clock will be reset to 90 seconds. 7:26 left. Saints trailing by 4. Gerber with possession at the top. Over to Farley. Back to Gerber. Chargers working to Williams behind the net. Up top, drive, shoot, and a save. But it looks like we're going to have a shooting space violation. It was a great save there from Ribadenera. No, it looks like Saints will gain possession here. The beautiful save is rewarded as Maggie Sorensen works it up. Possession is lost, but we're going to have a whistle, and Saints will regain or keep possession. Halen Figueres works it up the far side. Spin move as she is now surrounded by 3 defenders. Works her way out. Beautiful display of stick handling here. Saints working in the midfield. Now back to the back line of defense. Up to Schmidt on the far side. Schmidt trying to make a move, get into the offensive zone. Over to Maggie Sorensen. Sorensen brings it in, loses possession, as now the Chargers have. Looks like we're going to get a timeout called by the Chargers as they will have possession now. 6:04 left on the clock. Saints still down a man with 38 seconds left on the penalty. After the timeout resumes, we'll be back to action here. Brief break in some D2 lacrosse action. And we are back now. It will be Chargers possession in the midfield. 38 seconds left on the advantage for the Chargers. Saints still down by 4 here at home on a beautiful sunny day in St. Augustine, Florida. Breeze has picked up, which has cooled it down. It's about 83 and sunny. Not much better weather you could have for some D2 lacrosse action, as now Springer works it along the wing for the Chargers. Williams shoots and scores top of the net, as now the Saints are down by 5 goals with 5:51 left in the third period. Saints had trouble there on the penalty kill. And it's just been the game has been plagued with turnovers for the Saints, especially in the offensive zone. A lot of opportunities wasted. However, the Saints are not out of this one yet with 5:51 left on the clock. It'll be Winstanley and Green in the circle. Possession will be won by the Chargers. Up to Winstanley. Over to Gerber. Gerber bobbles it but keeps possession. Gerber drives. Is repelled by 3 Saints. Over to Springer. Springer to Brown. Brown drives, spins, shoots, and scores. Saints have fallen apart here in the third, as they now trail by 6 with 5:21 left in the third period. Six-goal advantage now for the Chargers, as Winstanley and Green will be in the circle. Substitution for the Saints on the defensive end, as Amanda Fernandez comes in for Margaret Detloff. Possession will be awarded after a false start on Jordan Green on the draw control. Saints turning up the intensity on the defensive end. That'll be a whistle, and a possession will remain with the Chargers now. Saints turning up the intensity on the defensive end, showing a bit more pressure in the midfield, as now Kara Brown fakes the pass and brings it up to the crease, as that goes back to Kate Williams. Williams working around the net. Back behind, as the Chargers survey their options here on the offensive, in the offensive zone. There'll be a whistle as Springer was sent to the ground. Looks like it will be a card on Eva Stein. Or my mistake, not Eva Stein. Carly Lafayette. 2-minute advantage, and Springer will have the 8-meter try. Springer drives, shoots, and it is saved. Great defense from the tandem of trainer Ribadenera in net. With another save as the Saints push it back up. Maggie Sorensen working it up in the midfield. Now pressured by 2. Another turnover for Sorensen as she's pleading with the official for a call there. Chargers with possession now. Chargers with possession, 1:15 left on the penalty, so they will remain with the advantage as Farley passes it to Williams behind the net. Over to Gerber, back to Springer. Springer makes a move. Pass cannot be corralled by the Chargers, and possession will go to the Saints as Ribadenera picks that one up. Working over to Sorensen. 80 seconds left on the shot clock, 45 seconds left on the penalty. Saints working in the midfield now. Pressure shown by the Chargers, but it appeared that there was some contact with the head. No whistle as Schmidt brings it up now on the far side wing. Up top to Dylan. Dylan remains with it, probes the defense, passes it to Daziel. Daziel now double teamed. 38 seconds left on the clock. Saints kill the penalty, however, as now the advantage is all even up. The advantage for the Chargers runs out. Onega brings it in. Fancy moves, shoots and scores as she diced her way through the defense for the goal. Absolutely fantastic display of athleticism there from Sydney Onega. Saints now trail by only 5 with 2:11 left in the third period, or third quarter, my mistake. Saints with the substitution. Stubitz comes out as Kate Piscopo re-enters. It'll be Green and Wynn Stanley in the circle. Possession will be won by the Saints, and we're going to get a whistle. Possession remains with the Saints. Omega with possession in the midfield. Saints working in the midfield, passing it around. Pass goes high, and it'll be a turnover, costly turnover at that, as now the Chargers will have possession in the offensive zone as Gerber brings it in. Chargers working it around over to Brown in the near side wing. Up top to Farley. Over to Brown, to Gerber behind the net. Gerber works it back to the far side wing, over to Springer. Back to Williams. Gerber working behind the net now. Saints show a bit of pressure. Gerber out to Springer. Springer drives by a woman, shoots, and a beautiful save with the body from Ribadenera. A kick save and a beaut as now Farley has possession. Over to Brown. Brown with the spin move, shoots and scores. That will make it a 14-8 ball game. .40 seconds left now in the third quarter. Saints trailing by 6. It'll be Green and Winstanley in the circle. Possession won by the Saints and Carly Lafayette. Pierre working on the far side, brings it up, trying to get into the offensive zone, as chances in the offensive zone have been limited for the Saints. However, they've converted at a pretty high rate as the Saints lose possession on a turnover. Saints showing a bit more pressure now. That will be all for the third quarter of action. Saints trail by 6. This is Jordan Fauci on the call. We'll be back in just about 2 minutes with the fourth quarter of action. And we are back now with the start of the fourth. Saints win possession on the draw control. Carly Lafayette bringing it up the far side. Makes a move. Saints need to get something going here as they trail by 6. That'll be a turnover on the Saints, and now possession will go back to the Chargers. Turnovers have just plagued the Saints in the offensive zone. Saints showing pressure. Up to Farley. Farley moves it to Springer as they break the press with ease. Chargers bringing it in. Pass over to Gerber. Gerber makes a move. And it will be a free or an 8-meter try for Gerber now. Gerber, the senior from Louisville, Kentucky, a graduate of Eastern High School. She shoots, and that one goes wide. Possession will go to the Chargers, it appears. 14 minutes left on the clock. 53 seconds left on the shot clock as the Chargers have possession behind the net. Chargers working it. Possession will remain now with the Chargers after the whistle. 13:40 on the clock, 37 seconds left. As Brown has it, makes a move, shoots and scores. Saints now down 15-8 with 13:32 left on the clock. It'll be Winstanley and Green. Kara Brown with yet another goal today. Draw control won by the Chargers as there will be a whistle, but possession will remain with the Chargers. Another whistle as Kenzie Dillon was on the defense there. Gerber with possession now, bringing it behind the net for the Chargers. Surveying her options, kicks it out to Farley. Farley bounce pass over to Springer. Now up to Kara Brown at the top. Brown surveying her options. Into Farley. Springer picks up the pass as Farley couldn't corral it. Back out to Brown. Brown with a stutter step, drives in, shoots and scores. Again, Kara Brown with back-to-back goals. Been absolutely unstoppable. The transfer from Germantown, Tennessee. The transfer. Both Brown and Farley with multiple goals in the game. Both transfers from top 10 schools in Division II women's lacrosse. And both have shown out today, have been really the difference in this matchup. It'll be Green and Winstanley. Possession will be won by the Chargers. Winstanley with possession now. She is shoved over by Jordan Green. Green knows that she will be carded for that. 2-minute penalty and 2-minute advantage now for the Chargers. 12:20 left in the fourth. Saints trailing by 8 after back-to-back goals in the fourth from Kara Brown. Winstanley will have possession. Chargers with possession, kick it over to Williams on the far side wing, up top to Gerber. Inside to Brown. Brown spins, shoots, top level. Have yourself a day, Kara Brown. 3 straight goals as the Saints are now down by 9 with 12:03 left on the clock. An absolute display of athleticism, stick handling, and accuracy with the shooting from Kara Brown. It'll be Winstanley in the circle for Huntsville, along with Allie Miller, the freshman from Bowie, Maryland. She makes her first appearance in today's game. And she wins. She wins the draw control solo there as she barrels over a Chargers defender. She just drives right on in. Saints moving it along around the offensive crease. Up top to Onaga. Onaga with possession at the top. 11:30 left on the clock now. 59 seconds left on the shot clock. That pass will go wide. Saints trapped in the corner as possession will remain with the Saints. Saints remain with possession. 10:58 as some more sloppy passing as Brown picks that one up on this far side. Possession will remain with her after the whistle. Up top to Gerber. Saints bringing in some of the reserves now. Down low to the Chargers. Lahoy up top to Gerber, over to Williams. Springer, the pass goes high of Springer as she saves that one, diving out of bounds. Great display of hustle as Saints have a fast break. Shot, goal for the Saints. And Allie Miller with some instant offense comes in within about 2 minutes of game time, nets her first goal of the game for the Saints. Miller, the graduate of St. Vincent Pallotti High School in Maryland. She will face off against Winstanley in the draw control circle. Saints get a delay of game warning with 10 minutes left on the clock, trailing by 8. Possession won by Gerber. Gerber drives up. Gerber working behind the net. Gets it over to Williams on the other near side behind the net. Back to Gerber. Up top as the Chargers working around up to Brown. Brown can't handle the pass, however, as she retains possession now, and the Chargers work it back behind the net. Gerber working her way around, surveying, gets it over to Springer. Springer tries to work her way in, find an angle, spin move, brings it back out, pass it over to Williams. Williams accelerating. Chargers moving it around at the top. Over to Brown. Inside. Tried to find Farley, couldn't find her, but it gets to Williams and a shot and a save. Williams with the shot and a great save from Ribadenera, the freshman from Phoenix, Arizona. Saints moving it up now. Over to Bush. Bush corrals that one. Accelerating behind the net to Miller. Miller finds Trainer. Trainer spins in front of the net, shoots, and scores on the assist from Allie Miller. Trainer with her first goal of the game. Allie Miller has shown nothing but instant offense since coming into the game. Saints now trail by 7 with 8:20 left on the clock. It will be Miller and Winstanley in the circle. Different look for the Saints now, as Winstanley wins control, but good defense from the Saints, force a turnover in the midfield. Saints working it up. Fernandez accelerating, leaves that one off for Piscopo. Top to Lafayette, over to Trainer at the top of the crease. Over to Miller. Miller looking inside, pass cannot be corralled, and possession will now go to the Chargers. Caitlin Bush showing pressure for the Saints. 7:30 left on the clock now. Back onto the fence working for the Chargers as that gets to Springer now at midfield. Beautiful spin move from Springer as she brings it right up down Central Park and brings that one into the net. Wow. Pretty much coast to coast for Springer. She just dashed right through the center of the Saints defense and caught them lacking for the goal. Saints now trail by 8 with 7:11 left on the clock. It will be Miller and Winstanley in the circle. Possession will be won by Gerber. Gerber speeding up to the crease. Fernandez on defense, as it appears she will be called for the shooting space infraction. Be an 8-meter try for Gerber. Have an 18-10 ball game here with 6:52 left on the clock. Gerber passes the one to Brown. Brown spins, shoots, save from Rivadeneira. Possession will remain with the Chargers as Gerber now has it again at the top. Over to Springer. Springer dashes in, shoots and scores. Nutmegs Rivadeneira in the net. Back-to-back goals for Springer. She showed off her speed on the field. We have a 19-10 ball game now with 6:36 left on the clock. Jordan Green back in for the Saints. She will take the draw control chance now against Wynn Stanley. Saints win control. However, whistle puts possession with the Chargers. Gerber brings it up. Chargers working it behind the net now. Back up top to Gerber. Saints force a turnover, but give it right back as there was a fantastic interception there from number 0, Abby Sprato. Sprato with the ball on the wing. Passes it down low now to LaJoy. LaJoy working behind the net. Pass into Brown. Brown surveying. Up top to Gerber. Now to Sprato. Sprato with the spin. Pass into a cutting Gerber. Gerber drives. Loses possession. However, will remain with the Chargers. It appears they will have another 8-meter try for Katie Gerber, the senior from Louisville, Kentucky. Gerber drives, makes a move, shoots, save from Rivadeneira. Picked up by Fernandez. Fernandez gets on her horse now. She is speeding up the midfield, looking for Green. Passes it to Bush on the far side. Bush cannot corral it. Picks it up before it goes out of bounds, however, gets it over to Piscopo. Up top to Onega. Inside, shoot, and a goal for the Saints, scored by Zoe Howe. Howe's first goal of the game on the assist from Piscopo. Saints now only down by 8 with 4:57 left on the clock. Zoe Howe, the redshirt sophomore from Derry, New Hampshire, a product of Pinkerton Academy. It'll be Jordan Green and Wynn Stanley in the circle. The assist was actually from Sydney Onega, my mistake. Possession won by the Saints as Lafayette picks it up and is driving down the near side. Bringing it into the offensive zone. She is defended to Bush behind the net. Bush surveying, looking for a cutter, can't find one, gets it up the top to Piscopo. Over to Trainer at the top. Trainer brings it back to near the midfield line, drives in now. Over to Lafayette at the top. Over to Piscopo. To Bush behind the net now. Bush drives, tries the underhand scoop shot, misses far. However, possession will remain with the Saints as there's 3:55 left on the clock, 30 seconds left on the shot clock. Inside to Trainer. Trainer shoots and scores. Bottom left side of the net. Saints now only down by 7 with 3:45 left on the clock here in the fourth quarter. Saints putting some goals together here as they try to crawl back. It will be Green and Winstanley in the circle now. His Trainer's second goal of the game. 3:45 left on the clock here in the fourth quarter. 19-12 ball game. It is senior day here for the Saints. They'd love to come back with a come-from-behind victory. Trainer wins possession for the Saints. Trainer speeding up into the offensive zone. Pass to Bush underneath. Good defensive play from the Chargers. They force the turnover, but throw it away as Jordan Green gets into the scrum. However, loose ball goes to the goalie. Chargers with possession now as the wind picks up. 3 minutes left on the clock, 70 seconds on the shot clock for the Chargers as they lead by 7. Chargers bringing it up past midfield now into the offensive zone. Chargers with possession behind the net. LaJoie gets that one up to Sprado. Sprado gets the screen, drives in, shoots, and scores on the bounce shot that just sneaks into the right side of the goal. He's now 20-12 with 2:31 left on the clock. First goal of the game for Sprado, as it might be out of reach now for the Saints. Allie Miller back into the game for the Saints. Will take the draw control with Winstanley. Whistle and possession will be awarded to the Chargers. 2:23 left on the clock now as time winds down in the fourth quarter. Over to Sprado, who just scored that last goal for the Chargers. Makes a move, kicks it out to Gerber. Chargers working around, looking for a cutting Kara Brown. Gerber gets a double screen, wide open in front of the net, shoots and scores, but there was a collision and between two Saints, I guess, on that double screen, and no goal. Saints will have possession now with less than 2 minutes on the clock. With this win, Huntsville will climb to 8-6 as the Saints will now fall to 9-7. Onig with the ball, pass it over to Trainer. Over to Oniga. Oniga drives, shoots, and off the post and out. Picked up by Piscopo. Summer White working with behind the net. Gets it up to Trainer at the top of the crease. Over to Oniga, who's open, over to Miller. One-time shot and a score, but we got a whistle prior to that. Appears it will be a 8-meter try for Sydney Oniga. 1 minute left on the clock. Oniga drives, shoots, and a save. Less than a minute left on the clock now. 20-12 ball game here, as the Saints will go on to drop the senior day home game. Gerber slips. Get a stoppage on the clock.
I think that lead official has that call.
Gerber will have the 8-meter try. Passes it over. Shoot. Shot and the goal from Sprato. As with 33 seconds left on the clock, Huntsville extends their lead to 9. It will be Miller and Winstanley. .25 seconds left on the clock now. .13 seconds left on the clock now. Time will wind down. The Saints will drop this one 21-12 against Alabama Huntsville. They will be headed up to Montevideo, Alabama next weekend on the 23rd to face off against Montevideo. That game will be at 12 p.m. Central Time. I'd love to do the conversion for you here, but I could not honestly tell you that. This is Jordan Fauci along with Michael Koza on the camera. Tough loss for the Saints today, but they look to bounce back next weekend. Thank you guys for tuning in, and have a great rest of your weekend.